The information presented on this podcast represents the personal views and opinions of the hosts. The Neapolitan Trifecta podcast is not and should not be viewed as a news source. The ladies will often discuss current events regarding women in the entertainment industry. Links to sources of information will be posted for reference.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the fun-filled podcast, the Neapolitan Trifecta. I am Lana Reed. I am a writer, a director, an actor, and the owner of Garnet Films.
Yay, Lana.
Ooh.
I am Nancy Pushkar. I am the owner of Crazy Cat Lady Productions. I also am an actor. I am currently writing some shorts, and I am going to try to direct later this summer. So we've got a great episode coming up here with two fantastic people who are super, super talented. And when you find out that they are just Caroline Limbright. Wait till you see when I try to talk about what we're doing like in Louisville or Lexington. Anyway, so Caroline Limbright and James Owens are both. Caroline just graduated from high school, and James is currently a senior at
Newport Central Catholic.
Newport Central Catholic. So they are, and Caroline just graduated from Highland Heights High School, correct?
Highlands High School.
Highlands High School. Okay, in Kentucky, and Highland Heights. Where?
In Fort Thomas.
Fort Thomas. Okay, help me out here, kids. Oh my gosh,
There's a lot of H words
you're
going on over
and
there.
I'm losing it. No, I'm teasing you. Anyway, so if at any point in time you need to interject and correct me, please feel free to do that because that's what this is all about. It's a learning process on my part. So anyway, I had the pleasure this summer of seeing an incredible musical that the two of them both starred in opposite of each other. It's called Spamalot, and it was hilarious, and you were both fantastic. I have to tell you, I was entertained. I've seen shows on Broadway before, and the caliber of your performances were really right up there with professional theater and musical theater people. So I have to give you 2 thumbs up. I told Lana about it. I was texting her like, you are not going to believe this. These two are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just the two of them. It was an incredible cast. And the director and producer of the show, of the theater program, the summer theater program, CAST, C-A-S-T, which they are going to elaborate on. The whole group was absolutely, positively fantastic. Sorry.
And
I invite everybody's personal space.
We'll throw the link up for cast as well so that everyone can check it out.
Yeah, you can check all that stuff out. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourselves. How long have you been doing theater? And keep going. What got you into it, too? Go ahead.
My first show was, I guess, in middle school. Before middle school, I believe. We did elementary school productions, of course, but the first time I auditioned for a show, I was in the 5th grade, and it was Oliver. It was very fun, and I've been doing shows ever since in high school, in the summer. I've been in a few fringe productions in downtown Cincinnati with the No Theater, which has been an incredible opportunity. But yeah, I've just been doing a lot of high school theater. The director of CAST, Jason Burgess, works at Highlands, so he's been my teacher, my director, our summer director. So we know each other very well.
I started when I was about 11 years old, and I started at my grade school, St. Catherine, down in Fort Thomas. And I did a lot of musical theater, and I would do a lot of training in the summer programs like Playhouse in the Park down in Cincinnati, or children's theater. And then I did a few just straight plays, just acting. I did do a fringe show one time, my freshman year.
You got in the paper on that, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Yes,
I did
see, I
actually.
remember this stuff.
It was a very emotional face I was making.
Yeah, it was very, very impressive.
Oh, thank you very much. And then, so I've done a lot of acting experience, training, but it's been mostly musicals through school performances. Very fun.
Okay, good. And I'm telling you, both of you are super talented.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about Spamalot. And I'm really impressed with the fact that you said you're constantly training and you're both constantly working. Not only do you do plays in the summer, during the school year, but you look for plays and things to do in the summer as well. So you're constantly honing your skills.
We're about to have a guest.
We may have a guest, Buddy Moochon. maybe joining us. So
emo,
just
and that's
go
okay.
Just go with the flow of it.
Yes.
So anyway, could you tell us a little bit about Spamalot and working how did you do your audition? Did you have a song? Did you do a monologue? How was the audition process, and what was it like working on that fantastic musical?
Do you want to start this time?
Oh, sure.
You can just interrupt each other back and forth too.
Yeah, for the audition, it was a monologue and then a song. And then after our individual auditions, we would have a group dance audition, which was interesting.
That's always interesting.
It was, we actually had to look up the dance, the choreography on YouTube.
Wow.
And I decided to do that 2 days before the audition.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did that play out?
Cram
for you?
dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cram dancing.
It
That's
was-
really good.
It was less than superb.
So you
It
learned a
was
valuable
hard.
lesson
It
there.
was really hard.
You look it up
Yeah.
3 days before, not 2 days before.
Which I'm usually never given the opportunity to learn the choreography before the audition. Usually it's during the audition you have like 20 minutes to
Right.
get in your brain. But next time I will definitely take advantage of it. And then working on the show. It was my first time doing cast production. And I had thought about doing it a couple years prior to this year, but I was, like I said, doing training in the summer, and this was the first year that I wasn't, and it was a fantastic decision because there's so many amazing people that you get to work with, like Caroline and Mr. Burgess and the crew, and the appreciation that goes in for the crew and the tech is unlike any I've ever seen in a production, and I loved it so much because it's not just the people on stage that are
Right.
making it happen. It's very much so the people that you don't see, and I love that about cast, and it really opened up a lot of.
Can you tell us what CAST stands for?
Commonwealth Actors Summer Theater.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we get that out there.
Yes,
So
CAST.
cast isn't just like being cast in something, but
It's an
cast.
acronym. Very fancy.
Very, very nice. Okay, Caroline, tell us about your audition.
Well, during audition times, I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was I didn't prepare for this audition as much as I have in the past. I give myself a little bit more time because I've worked with a choreographer before, and her choreography is amazing. Amy, I love you, but very hard.
It was impressive.
She is very impressive. And it was one of those auditions where I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'll just go in there and do it. And it worked out pretty well, I guess. But I was preparing, I found my monologue. You do a 1 minute monologue and then about 16 to 32 measures of a song. You never do anything from the show.
Right.
You're not supposed to do
Good
anything.
point, thank you.
Don't go in there. Hi, I'm Caroline. This is Popular from Wicked. That's a no-go. But yeah, I was working on it, and I was directing a show at the time, and it was hectic senior year. But I went into callbacks, and I cried on the way home. I was like, that was horrible.
Did you really?
I did. I cried in my
Wow.
car all the time. But it was a really fun.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
It was a really fun callback, regardless. But it was very. I just was like, I have no idea what's happening, but it's fine. But it's the thing about cast is that it's people from all over. They're bringing in their own experiences. So every callback is like a little reunion of people you know from before, realizing even auditions. I think we were reading a scene together, and we're like, we know each other.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we
I
did.
remember doing one with Peyton.
Oh,
And I'm like, I know this
him,
guy
yeah.
from something.
because we did a Fringe show at the same time. We were in separate shows. So
I'm
we knew
sorry.
each
I just
other.
think it's so funny because you sound like seasoned professionals
Right, right.
talking about your theatrical
Aw.
experience. So,
Right.
No, you do. We're like, I couldn't remember to go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. It was really,
It's
really
very nice.
charming. Go ahead.
But cast is, James mentioned the technical aspect. During the school year, Mr. Burgess has a class at Highlands called Technical Theater, and they build things together. They work on it for a whole hour every day. Sometimes they stay after school. But in the summer, it is strictly students by every means. So it's really interesting to see everything go up in the summer, to come in for work days. And the cast is always really great about going in and helping. It's great to see everyone just pulling together. And it's not that any other show I've done before hasn't had this community aspect, but with cast, it's very evident. And it's just a really great experience to see people from every school in the area trading experiences, trading tips, and it's really great.
I think it's impressive that it's not just Highland, that high school, that it's all the schools from the area, because it allows everybody to just come together. Because in the real world of theater and musical theater, you are not, or even film, you are not going to know the same people all through, and it gives you the opportunity to learn how to work through differences and to work with people that you love and work with people that you aren't as comfortable with, and getting through that experience together. It's fantastic. Great program.
Yeah, I'll just say, like, this was my first year doing it, so I knew 2 people from my school doing it, and it only took like a week for me to feel like I'd been there for the past 3 years. They're all so incredibly welcoming and funny and very sweet kids.
Oh my gosh, so funny, and just the way the interactions, it felt like you all had a very good rapport with each other. You two had a wonderful rapport. In fact, you even had to do you had to do a kissing scene, which typically for people your age, no, seriously.
Now they turn red and giggle.
Yeah,
There was a lot lot of planning
James,
going
you need
into
us to
that.
Yeah, James,
all
you're
flushed.
blush.
You're like the strawberry in the
Yeah.
trifecta all of a sudden.
I was just thinking about what I said to you, what we should do for that. One of them.
Okay, share it on the podcast.
Okay. Do you want to share it or should I share it?
Do you want to just say it?
I kind of want to.
You
It was
say it.
fun.
You
Well,
say it.
So, I had seen most of the cast productions, except for the first one. I'd seen all of them except for the first one, and the second one they did was Parade, and my best friend Gio was the main character, and Sally was his wife, and so I don't know if any of you are familiar with the plot line of Parade, but guy's being tried for a murder he didn't commit, and so at the end he's about to be prosecuted, and he has this kissing with his wife, and Gio and Sally went guns blazing on it, and they basically inhaled each
infamous.
other, and so
Within the program.
I said to, Burgess likes to bring it up a lot, and so I went up to Caroline one night and I said, "You remember the kissing scene that Gio and Sally did in Parade?" And she was like, "Oh no." And I said,
Sally was in the cast. She played the minstrel. She was also Galahad's mother. She's wonderful. So we let her know about it too.
and how we were gonna try and just go even further. Didn't quite get there, but it was
really,
spectacular.
they set a really high bar.
It was.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, but here's the thing. There's usually with high school productions or whatever, there's usually that, and even I've seen some college productions where people are not comfortable. And I study with Lana, and she talks about that comfort, that physicality, and being comfortable and stuff. And there are adults that can't get comfortable with that stuff. And you guys did it. It was right on. It didn't seem like you were uncomfortable or anything, and it kept the flow of the musical going. It was just really nice. That's why I wanted to bring it, because it's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first rehearsal that we had to do our kiss. I think I missed your face.
You did.
Once or twice.
You did. You totally missed.
That's happened
Oh my
before.
God, James, that is.
It's
I totally missed. You missed her
did.
face.
yeah, it's because
No offense, but her face.
I have
It was about right here.
no, it was
Maybe
Like
even a
right,
little
like-
bit.
close to your ear.
Like you totally went to the ear.
Well, I mean, not all the way there, but it was further from her mouth, and it was because I have a tendency when I'm doing stage kisses for the first time with someone I've not done it with before, I close my eyes way too early, before I've even pursed my lips.
5 steps away.
5 steps away.
My eyes were open, and I was like, what is she doing?
You're like, but at least he didn't grab your face and go, "Where's your mouth?" Oh
That
my
would've been
gosh,
very
that is
bad.
the funniest thing. That is.
There was
I
there was a
completely
lot
missed
of
her face.
there was a lot of rehearsals like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean-
Sometimes you would have pink, because I had
Oh
red
yeah.
lipstick,
Oh yeah.
but I would put powder over it in hopes that it wouldn't come off. But you got to reapply, and then maybe it's not the best the second time. So sometimes he would just have pink, just
pink.
a little bit all over the place.
That tends to happen with my stage kisses. I just did Legally Blonde in the spring, and I played Warner, and I proposed to Vivian, and I kissed her after I proposed to her, and every night it was just red lipstick all over my face. So eventually I just started to bring on a tissue,
And like,
and I would just be like, get that
yeah,
off.
because honestly, that sticks out.
It
Yeah.
does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And it sticks out and it sticks with you sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you were in Legally Blonde.
I was, yeah.
Was
I
that fun?
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was the first, or I think it was the first contemporary musical I've done, or relatively contemporary compared to the ones I've done. And it was the most modern, and the choreography was very different from what I've done in the past. And it was really cool. It was really enjoyable because I related more to the characters because they were all closer to my age. And it was a very fun cast. It was with my high school's musical theater production, and so I did it with a lot of my close friends.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
Very, very fun. Very
Yeah.
fun.
And it's, I've only seen like little snippets of scenes from the musical. And it looked really fun. I mean, it was, because I'm a lover of Legally Blonde, the movie, just because it's a girl power movie.
Yes, it is.
And so I thought, oh my God, how can they do that? I mean, but then I saw some scenes from it, and I was like, oh my God, especially the scene where Warner breaks up with Doo-Woppy.
Doo-woppy.
What's the heck's her
Elle.
name?
Elle.
Elle. Oh
Yeah.
my God. How... that's what I'm saying. But it's just like, I'm like a human Mad Lib. Fill in those spaces for me. Anyway, and I saw a scene from that on the stage play, and I was really impressed. I'm like, that's really cool. Maybe I'd, enjoy seeing that or whatever.
It's
but that's
wonderful.
really, and you were in Oklahoma.
I was, yeah.
I saw a clip of that.
Yes. Yeah,
Very-
we saw a clip of
yeah.
that. Your dad, when you hit,
Very proud dad.
James'
Yeah.
dad, Jim Owens, is an actor, and he was on a previous podcast. So you check that out too while you're at it. But he was very proud to show us.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You did a
Yeah.
fantastic job
Thank
on
you
that
very much.
as well.
Thank you.
So, Caroline, what other musicals have you done?
Well, I have been in a production of Aida, The Sound of Music.
Wow. Who did you play in Sound of Music?
I was a nun, which was very fun. Latin is very interesting to learn.
Oh my God.
And I got to dance at the party, so I learned some waltz from Amy. And I've been in a production of Footloose, which was very fun.
Oh,
Lots
yeah.
and lots of dancing.
Right.
And then
Wow.
Into the Woods, Little Shop of Horrors, and then we do plays as well. Highlands usually does one play in the fall and then a musical. This year was different. We did Little Shop and Into the Woods, but we've done Oedipus and Antigone, which is a personal favorite of mine. It was very, very dark, which is something that we don't usually get to do. People are like, oh, high schoolers, they can't do Greek tragedy. But it was...
But they should.
It
Yeah.
was an amazing experience. It was set in modern day. All of our costumes were modern. The chorus did a ton of table work, and they divided all the lines across the chorus. It was really a fantastic production to be a part of.
Wow, great.
And then I've done costumes for a few. The Crucible, You Can't Take It With You. And then the cool thing about the Highlands program is that the high schoolers can help with the middle school productions as crew heads. So I've been costume designer for several of those shows too.
So
that's fun.
it's really nice and important, I think, to have an understanding of what the crew does as
Yes,
well. And it's really good that
absolutely.
you gave a shout out to the crew because honestly, costume designers walk around fixing costumes while they're on the actors and
Yeah.
Yes.
so it's fantastic. I'm really glad that you did. Have you done any crew work?
I have not, actually. Or have I? There's a cat licking my foot right now.
Is he? I'm sorry. It's
No,
Freddie
no,
Mo
it's
Johnson.
okay.
He's gonna have his own Instagram thing soon. But anyway, anyhow. But I'm so sorry he
No,
did slip
no,
your
it's
toe.
fine. It's fine.
Anyhow, it throws you off. But so you haven't done any kind of behind the scenes work or?
Actually, I have. One time this summer, actually, I was helping with my school's drama program for kids K through 8, and
Oh, that's fun.
it was very fun. We did it in our school's black box, and I operated a
Right.
spotlight from like
Wow.
1989, I think. So it was very
Back
hot.
right after the
Way
dinosaurs
back
went
then.
extinct.
Yeah, yeah. It was all metal, and it was extremely hot, and it broke a lot, but I made it. I made it. So, but that was the only like crew work that I've done, anything technical. But after doing cast, I thought this would be a lot of fun, a lot of fun, because just getting to construct the show, and looking at it on one of the performance nights and looking at it rather than being in it, and you're just like, wow, I helped make that happen, you know, and it's just really cool. I think light design, our director Jason is insanely passionate about lights.
He loves lights.
And he shows it. His work shows,
Right.
because he's amazing with lights. My favorite number that we did with the lights was Lancelot. His name is Lancelot. It's
The
a
rainbow
fun time.
chaser in the back.
yeah.
Wait, is that the one where he is in the under? He's in his.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, that
The
was
dance belts.
hilarious. They were in dance belts and stuff,
Yeah.
like these, like fuchsia or pink. Like
Yeah,
hot
they were
pink.
I
bedazzled.
love it.
Oh my God, it was
Love
hilarious.
it.
Again, let me just say this again. For high school students to put themselves out there in a production of this caliber, and to not, there was not, you honestly, you did not know who to watch on the stage, because everybody put so much
Yeah.
into it. It was such a professional level, and to be able to go out in those dance belts, these guys, these high school age guys running around in these dance belts and stuff, and were comfortable. They did not seem uncomfortable. They could have been more embarrassed than James was when he first started talking about the kiss, but you would have never known it, and that is like a true professional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
The
that's
costumes were very fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, just wanted to say that the costumes were very, very fun, very intricate. Lots of everyone had a lot of costume changes.
mention who you played in the Lady of the Lake and Arthur.
I
I'm not
played
gonna
the
say-
Lady
I'll
of the
say-
Lake. She's very over the top diva, so I had quite a few costumes to say the least. Those changes were always really crazy, but I have a greater appreciation for costumes having done that. So shout out to our costume designers. You are wonderful.
Oh yeah. I feel like we should give them a shout out. It was
Yes, definitely. It's
Haley-
Laura Martin
Laura
and
Martin.
Haley Witt.
Haley Witt.
Haley Witt. You are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes, they came on like a few weeks before the
Yeah.
show.
Well, we
wow.
had an adult doing the costumes, but Haley came on about 2 weeks before and just picked everything up like she'd been doing it the whole time. She's never been a crew head before, and I can tell you it seemed like she'd been doing it her whole life. She was so
Wow.
She's
marvelous.
fantastic.
Absolutely marvelous.
And then who did you play, James?
I played King Arthur. I had about one quick change.
Yeah.
I wore one costume throughout the entire show until the end when we did our wedding scene. But yeah, Arthur is a very, very proud, chivalrous gentleman who likes to reiterate the fact that he's king of the Britons, and he's going on this quest to find the Holy Grail because God told him to, and the Lady of the Lake made him king, and so she tends to pull the strings every now and then, kind of.
Girl power.
Yeah.
The whole show, actually, I think we should say.
Yeah, except for that one number, the whatever happened to my part,
Oh, yeah.
really lets the producers have it. Oh yeah, that's one fun thing about Spamalot is it breaks the fourth wall constantly, and it totally you know that you're in a show when you're in Spamalot. It's hilarious.
It was so fun.
It was very fun.
Yeah,
Now,
definitely.
have either of you done any film work? And if you have not, is it something that you aspire to do?
I have not done any film work, but it's definitely something I'm interested in. I know
Sure.
Cincinnati is just starting to explode with film work now, but it's something I'm certainly interested in and was hoping we would cover in some of my acting classes, but we never got to it. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I've done like interviews before on television, but never acting
Sure.
film work.
Okay.
I've done 2 student films. One was at Xavier University for a show or for a movie called Armed with Words. It was bully awareness.
Oh, nice.
It was very, very cool. I never got to saw it though because it was at a festival that I couldn't go see. But my dad saw it. He said it was pretty good. He
I'm surprised you
said it
didn't
was
show it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. But
Yeah.
and then the other one was at this summer 3-week summer program I was doing called GSA, and I was in there for drama, and the new media kids like filming they casted us in some shows, and I played an extra, and it was really cool because they had some really cool equipment and they had cranes that would go up different levels, and it was really fascinating. And film actually is what I'm hoping to be my primary career.
Okay.
Even if it's not just acting, but just some kind of incorporation with like the technical aspect or the costumes or anything. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Film is fascinating in
Yeah.
itself. I mean, I studied theater at NKU. 12 right before the dinosaurs went extinct. I studied theater there.
Just before the big spotlight was
Yeah.
created.
Yes, exactly. It was actually it was before the big spotlight, the 1989 big spotlight. Anyway, I have an appreciation for both, but
Yeah.
I'm so kind of into film now. But we were just kind of curious where you see
Yeah.
yourselves with.
You know, production company.
You never know.
Great connections.
Couple
I know, it's really
good looking young people sitting here. I've got my wheels spinning.
Had a
Where
good
can I put
energy.
these
We're
two?
like forgetting about you for a minute because we're thinking, what are we going to do with this? And then we're like, okay, then we'll bring you back into the podcast.
Keep thinking. We're very interested.
And they're not afraid to kiss. Sorry, we'll keep bugging you about. Poor James became the strawberry
Again.
of the trifecta. So anyway, is there real quick? What is a film maybe or a play or musical that you would aspire to do?
Oh gosh. That's a hard question. I hate like favorite questions.
It doesn't have to be a favorite, ultimate favorite, but it could be
Okay.
like
Something
50
to-
in the favorite range.
Okay. I would love to be in a production of The Last 5 Years. It's a musical by Jason Robert Brown. It was just made into a movie, actually, with Anna Kendrick and Jeremy Jordan, and it's a beautiful show. It's absolutely gorgeous, but that's the first one that popped into my head. A movie that I would want to be in.
What about the one? Don't say the name of it because you don't want to kill the energy. But what about if I write that one?
If
Yeah.
you write that one show, I
Milton.
would absolutely do anything to be in that show.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Spring Awakening is another one. I would cut off my pinky finger to be in Spring Awakening.
Really? Let me see the
Yes.
pinky finger. You don't need it.
I don't need it. Yeah, they're a little crooked anyway.
There you go. Yeah, you can get rid of that. All right, James, how about you? And then we need to wrap it up in a little bit, I guess.
I would really, really want to be in two things. One would have to be Next to Normal, the musical, playing Aaron Tveit role as Gabe. And then the other thing I would really want to do is a film with Eddie Redmayne.
Ah.
It wouldn't really matter what the film is. It could just be about us sitting in a room for an hour and a half with one or
We
two
can write
lines.
that.
Yeah, that would be amazing because I adore Eddie Redmayne and his acting ability. He's such a nice guy too, as I've seen on the Graham Norton show a couple times. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice. We just kind of
Yeah.
throw that out there for the audience to,
Yeah.
the viewers to get an idea.
Cast us.
Cast the kids. Cast the kids.
Please.
Anyway, well, we just want to thank you both so much for being here. It was a great pleasure getting to see you in Spam-A-Lot. It's awesome for you coming here today. We really appreciate it. Big shout out to our next thing we're going to be doing in live in Louisville at Imaginarium. I keep calling it something else.
Illumination.
Illuminarium.
Illuminarium.
Okay, now I can't think of it. Imaginarium. We'll be at Imaginarium in Louisville, October 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we are going to be there live, interviewing people live
Yes.
throughout that conference. So.
Social media, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. At Neapolitan 3. I'm getting the Nancy moment here.
That's what happens when you have
Space.
this much hair.
Check out our podcast on our website at neapolitantrifectapodcast.com.
All right, Caroline
Yeah.
and James, thank you both so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
We
Thank
really
This has
appreciate
been
you being
wonderful.
here. It was great.
Yeah.
Good luck with your careers, and we'll see you at the movies. And I mean in them, not
Yeah.
eating popcorn in a
Yeah.
seat. Hey, take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.